Your San Diego Sockers are going for an MASL three-peat. Join us Sunday, December 11th at Pechanga Arena for the home opener against Empire Strikers. Come early for the ring ceremony as we raise a 16th championship banner before the 5 o'clock kickoff. Tickets at sockers.com.
And welcome back to Soccer's Overtime, your look inside the San Diego Sockers and the Major Arena Soccer League. Craig Elston, Jerry Jimenez back together. It's been a minute, or more accurately, it's been about a month, but we are back with episode 2 of season 5. You couldn't binge listen to this season of Soccer's Overtime. You had to wait, and as such, we are back. Our second episode titled Off and Almost Running. Soccer's still not even in their preseason camp, but that will be changing very, very soon. Jerry Jimenez, how you doing, buddy?
Good. I'm a lot better now. Thank you for throwing me under the bus and throwing that meme of me being sick. By the way, I think I'm the only one that may not be sick anymore in my house, which is great. Not really, it's terrible. But it's good to be back. It's good to get on here with you, and we have some stuff to talk about. We have some pretty exciting news coming up, and we've been working, though. We've been working very, very hard, and we're just excited to start showing some of these things that we've been working on, Craig.
Absolutely. We are back, and we are now officially, where's the gavel? Conk. We are in regular order. Jerry and I will be here with you live Tuesdays at 5 o'clock Pacific time on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv, it's been a while, /San Diego Sockers, where we already have a great audience that is coming together and joining us live. And we say hello to everybody who is already in the chat and who is watching us live on Twitch. We also say hello to everyone who is watching the video on replay on our YouTube channel at San Diego Sockers. Welcome. Late to the party. Nevertheless, we're happy for your attendance. And last but certainly not least, everyone who subscribes to the Soccer's Overtime podcast in audio form, listening the next day. Hopefully, we're tickling your ears with the type of content you like to hear. On today's show, the league announces a playoff format. We announce and go through our promotional schedule. The MASL has a Spanish language deal, and guess what? Now so do the Sockers. The season is about to start. Are the Sockers even close to ready? We'll discuss. Plus, from Two Balls and a Mic, Tony and Chiva are here. They will be coming on at 5:30 live to talk about coming on board to double the size of our broadcast team for 2022-23. It's all ahead, plus your interactive comments from the chat here on Twitch coming up right here on Soccer's Overtime. Yeah, Jerry, it's been a little while, but it's so cool to be back here and to know that for the first time, our entire season of Soccer's Overtime, every one of our shows from episode 1 till the end of the year, when hopefully we're once again cleaning the confetti out of our ears and out of our hats, that they're all going to be right here, live on Twitch. They'll all be archived on YouTube, available as a podcast. We are there in every platform you can imagine.
Yeah, no, super excited for that. And here we are. What is this, episode 2, you said? Right?
Yeah,
episode 2? And how many did we do last season? Was it like
I want to say it was 27.
something like that, like 27, 28?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. All of those are going to be here. So a lot of new content also coming on all of our social media channels. But yeah, just good to be here on Twitch again. And I do see that the audio is a bit quiet. I tried to put it up a little bit. Hopefully it's better now. Let me know in the comments, please. We really do appreciate your input. Anything like that where it's like audio issues, especially because this is our second one and we're kind of in a new home. We're also using a new software to come up here. It's a little, it's still a little wonky, but we're working some stuff up. Turn it up to 11. It's already up to 11, Sidekicks fan, but I'm pretty sure it's a little bit louder. I don't know if Craig,
Okay.
you can turn up your mic at all.
Procrastinating Puma says it's already better.
Better?
So,
Okay, good.
that's
Good.
good news. That's
I
great
see
to hear.
that.
And thank you for everybody who is here. As I know, and you know what? I've heard this, Marlisha, too, that on this particular computer, I think it's because I have to connect to a C drive thingy. I don't know. Seems to be crystal clear.
You know what's happening, Craig? And
Maybe a little
I'm realizing this now. Like we're getting to an age now, like you and I, where technology is surpassing us, and we're just falling behind. So we have to catch up. And the audio is one of those things. But hey, it's getting a lot better. I remember when podcasts used to, when they just started, it was not as good sounding as we're getting it to right now, right? So no, we appreciate your guys' input. C drive, what's that? I have no idea.
I don't. Yeah,
It's the Craig drive. The Craig drive is not
I
working.
got to do this thing and then this thing. I can't even bring it over because it's attached. So, if it really is bad, I'll switch to the AirPods, which is a much worse sounding mic, but could be louder. Regardless.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you, Eddie. Getting some input here. I like
Let's
this.
start. Oh, when you share resources, audio can get low.
Yeah. Interesting.
Thank you, Eddie. Well, this is everything that people tuned in to hear. Discussion about audio.
No, we should probably get into it. We should get into it.
Yeah, let's get into some soccer's content. We're going to start with some of the news that's happened between episode 1 and episode 2, including things that we had kind of talked about. And hold the mic closer, says Keith. How much closer can I hold it, Keith?
No, that's pretty good actually. I think that's better.
Yeah. How much closer? This much closer? Okay. It's kind of weird. How about over here?
I'm gonna,
All right,
I'm gonna have to get you one of these.
We'll try this.
Okay.
Okay. Hi. So the league has announced a playoff format. We're going to talk about that. The league has announced VR. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about the start of training camps. All right, we have figured it out. Everyone is happy. Audio's happy. Video's happy. People like to watch me eating a microphone. At least put like a, I don't know, little swirl on it, little give me something. Give me some whipped cream on this thing. And Tony and Chief will be joining us in about 15 minutes. You've got me, you guys, you've got me all verklempt. Speak amongst yourselves for a second. I have to take a quick drink. Ooh, what's this?
Oh, hey. Does that say 2022-23 season ticket member?
Well, yes, it does. Well, look what I've got. Our season ticket member gift for 2022-23. And let me tell you, it keeps hot things hot and it keeps cold things cold. I've been bringing this to the 7-Eleven in the morning, getting the $1.50 refill, which is about the size of like 2 large drinks. Incredible. Can last me all day long. Season ticket members, you're going to enjoy the giant tumbler, the 32-ounce tumbler that we have for you this year. Great lid, one of those sealable lids that you can open and close, so it's not going to slosh around and have a full cup and you put it in your cup holder. It's designed to fit in the cup holder. It tapers at the bottom, so it'll fit in the cup holder. So season ticket members, that's coming to you. We'll talk even more when we get after the Tony and Chiva interview about our season ticket member event coming up next weekend, where you'll be receiving this gift. And for anyone who's watching who hasn't taken the dive, you can get it too. Just go to sdsoccers.com/tickets and sign up for season tickets. You can do that before the show is over. You can do it at any point. Absolutely.
You know what I just found out, and I work for the club. You can also go to soccers.com, and it works. You don't have to type in
It's
SD
true.
Soccers, but if you go to soccers.com, We have that too. I didn't even know that. So there you go. Make it simple. Soccers.com.
Soccers.
I want one of those though. By the way, can you? Right? I'm gonna have to get season tickets, I guess.
You should get season tickets. You'll also be in the office tomorrow, so I could point to which box these are in.
So we just won't tell Ezra.
Well, no, Ezra understands, Jerry. We are influencers.
We are
And
influencers.
as influencers,
I will. Yes.
we need to influence. We need to influence by showing off on Soccer's Overtime all of our cool merchandise and all the things we offer our fans. That's why I've explained to Ezra Burdett, our wonderful director of merchandise, who I call Easy B. I said to Easy B, listen, just give me one of everything, and then I can show it off. Now, I noticed I didn't say give me two of everything. I wasn't thinking of you, Jerry. I really got to center you more in my life. I apologize.
It's okay, but you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, because you said we're influencers, I was like, she did give me a gift, but I didn't bring it with me. However, it's hanging right behind you, so there's that too. So
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
my backdrop for the season is going to be on sale at the Soccer's merchandise booth. It's a beautiful reversible blanket, which is thick. You've
nice.
got one. It's
nice.
A really nice blanket. You could totally cuddle up, kind of a cuddle-up blanket. And by the way, on the other side of this, I'm not going to take it down because it's my backdrop, but on the other side of it is the Soccer's Kicking K logo with a brighter blue color to the blanket. So it's reversible. You can look on either side if you want to go crest side up, if you want to go Kicking K side up. Perfect thing whether you need a couch throw or just something to take on a cold winter's night out. So check that out coming to the merchandise booth soon. With all that housekeeping, let's get into the details. Last time we were here, we were speculating and dreaming and hoping what the league playoff format would be. We got half of our wish, Jerry. There is a 3-game series every round in the playoffs, once again, in the battle for the Ron Newman Cup. And that's great news because we didn't want to see the league take a step back. However, the league did go to a conferenced playoff. They will not use the full table this year. It will be a conferenced playoff. As remember, we now has a 7-team Western Conference, a 7-team Eastern Conference. So here's how it's going to work. The top 3 teams in each conference automatically advance and reach the quarterfinals. Then the 4th and 5th place teams will have a 1-game play-in to determine who takes the 4th slot. And according to the league release, the 4th seed would theoretically host the 5th seed unless there was something that needed, arena availability type issue, something where both teams came to a mutual arrangement that the other team would host. So regardless, a 1-game playoff between 4 and 5 or a 1-game play-in, and then 4 teams on each side, quarterfinals, semifinals, Ron Newman Cup finals. Home and home, knockout game if necessary. Obviously, I'd prefer the full table. I thought it led to the best playoff that the MASL has ever had last year.
Yep.
But it is what it is, Jerry. And what it is a pretty stark and familiar situation. The Sox are going to be one of the favorites in the Western Conference. We'll talk about it. I think the Monterey Flash and the Chihuahua Savage are going to be 2 other very popular picks. And I think the rest of the Western Conference is going to be fighting to get those last 2 spots.
Yeah, no, I agree. What is the thinking behind this? Why are they doing this? So obviously they just got rid of the Central Conference that we had at some point. I know our friends over at KC are very upset about that. But what is the thinking for the league to do this?
I think the biggest issue is travel. Travel costs can be so prohibitive for clubs, and in particular, and I know this was the case last year, at a time at which airline costs were kind of skyrocketed last spring, the fact that teams were buying tickets to kind of anywhere on a day's notice, a week's notice, was leading to some really, really prohibitive prices. I know, for example, when we went to Milwaukee in the first round, the only tickets they could get for San Diego to Milwaukee was something like $800+ a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is insane, right? I mean, that's like at least 4 times more than you'd expect to spend normally. So, it is what it is. I think the league sometimes has to make strategic decisions in order to remain as viable as they can, and sometimes those decisions aren't going to lead to what could be the single most competitive format, which is to put all 14 teams in one table, draw the line at 8, and get to work. But on the flip side, 10 out of 14 teams are at least going to get a sniff of the playoffs. Although to me, 4 and 5, they're not in playoff; they're in play-in, and I think there's a difference.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. And it's just one of those things that we have to. This league has to sustain itself. And what I would say to that is, for those of you that are listening, obviously you guys are all here because you're fans of the league, you're fans of the sport itself. I'm not going to say necessarily all soccer's fans. I see Sidekicks fan is in here, and so but we're all fans of this game of indoor. So what I would say is, really, really try this season specifically. Bring in some friends. Bring some other people that normally wouldn't come to a game, and show them why you enjoy it as well. Because the league right now very much. We've always needed it, but if we want to grow as a league, obviously we have teams coming in this season. That's going to help. But spread the love around, because it really matters, and we want to be around for a long, long time. And this format, though, I think it has some potential, Craig. I'm going to try to be as positive as possible on it, because I don't think it's bad. I think it could have gone a lot worse. Like you said, we did get, part of our wish list was checked off, but there's still something there that we haven't quite seen yet. So we'll see how it works, especially with these 7-7 conferences and in the 2 editions of Mesquite and of Monterrey. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it works out. And, at the end of the day, Sidekicks fan says they're going to take the West. We'll see.
Well, I appreciate Sidekicks fans' confidence, and I appreciate Sidekicks fan definitely putting his money where his mouth is, I'm sure, as well. We'll see if we can arrange something after the show. So that's the playoff format. And let's get to it, right? Let's get to trying to win the West. One other big league announcement, I think it's a big league announcement, is that VR, video replay, is here. It's back. And for the first time ever, it's here for the regular season. It's here for the entire season. It's the same system, the challenge system, each coach with a red challenge flag on the bench. They can throw it one time. You just get one swing at it, right or wrong. And then in overtime, you would get a second opportunity if need be. So VR, full season. And I think the good news for this, Jerry, because in general, when you think about VR in the regular season, you might go, oh, man, are we going to slow things down? But I think the MASL did a good job of showing how they were able to streamline replay to the point that, they had the stats. Like the average replay timeout was just a little bit over a minute. And as long as they keep to that, I think always more information and getting calls correct is always better for any sport.
Oh, for sure. No, I love this. I love that it's going to be back. And again, full season this time. That's huge. Huge, huge, huge. And I think it's going to be very helpful. As long as, obviously, is it kind of going to be on each arena's video team, basically? So like if the angles are going to matter, I think we've seen that matter before.
Absolutely.
So this is going to go into play. It'll be very interesting. And also, hopefully, because it's going to be full season, it will push some of these broadcast teams and the camera angles and all of that to be better. That's what I'm hoping as well.
Definitely true. And I can just tell you, it's going to be however each team does their video production. That production will be responsible for providing the replay. So in some cases, people take the same arena feed that goes up to their jumbotrons, etc. Other times, like in our situation, you've got an arena team that is doing their own shooting, and then you've got our team that is doing their shooting. So it'll just depend city by city, market by market. But VR is here, and it's back and it's beautiful. Let's hope it'll be successful this year.
Fingers crossed.
All quiet on the Western Front is the next thing I wrote on the menu, Jerry, because as far as the Sockers are concerned, this has been the most quiet preseason in the history of preseasons. It's literally been 5 weeks since the first MASL team opened their training camp. And this weekend, I believe Friday, Saturday, there will be games in the Major Arena Soccer
I saw
League.
that. Yeah.
St. Louis and Kansas City will go home and home, head to head, and there will be 2 teams and 6 points awarded over the course of this weekend, all before the San Diego Sockers ever get together once as a team for the 2022-2023 season. So it leaves us with a somewhat unanswerable and unenviable question, my friend. Can the Sockers possibly get up to any form of match speed and fitness before December 10th, when they need to roll out and play 2 games in 24 hours against Empire Strikers?
That's going to be interesting to see, Craig. I almost like picture that Judge Judy meme where she's like, hello. Because I don't know. I mean, everybody seems to be coming back. And so, yeah, very interesting to see. We're going to, I think so. I mean, one of the things with these guys is they don't just, go home and chill out. They continue playing through. A lot of our players are very much still active and continue their workouts and things like that. Maybe not with the team. So we'll see how the gelling of that. I mean, we know majority of them are coming back. And so now it's a matter of, let's get back into that, like you said, that game day fitness. Are they ready for that? Will they be ready by December 10th? I think so. I'm hopeful. I'm going to be the positive one. How are you feeling about it? You think they can do it?
I'm so frustrated, man. Like,
I
want to see this team out on the field. I want to see him back out on the floor, and I'm just going to put it this way. I'll put it in a two-pronged way. Okay. Part 2. The Sockers should finish really strong this year.
yeah. I love this.
You know
I
what I'm
love this
saying?
take right here. This is a chance for a handful of teams to be ahead of the Sockers in the standings until December 10th.
Yeah.
Love that.
Love it, Marlisha. I love it absolutely. The Sockers should be peaking at the right time this year. I don't think they'll be in danger of peaking too early.
No.
In 2022-23. I don't think that's physically possible for them to peak too early. And the second part of the two-pronged thing I'll say is probably the first of however many times you'll hear me say this until they drum it out of existence, okay, as a club. Complacency, complacency, complacency.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fight against complacency. Complacency sets in ways that you don't even realize when you are in any situation where you have success. In any situation where you feel like you've got it going on, your number one enemy is complacency. And that's what we as a front office, that's what I'm speaking to our coaching staff, this is what they will be fighting against as hard as they can. And we'll see with the players what they bring. I think the good news is, and you mentioned this, and I see Kay Vibbert in there too, independently, Sockers players have been playing. Some Sockers players together have been coming together, whether it's at a YMCA pickup league or et cetera. They've been finding games around town. And a lot of our south of the border players, Jerry, as you know, pretty much just haven't stopped playing all summer. So
yeah.
They're going to be fine. Their legs are going to be in complete form. I'm not worried about fitness. I'm just worried about that match fitness in terms of your crispness to one another. Not only your legs, but your that snappiness, that sharpness. The Sockers were on that kind of from the start last year. We need to see if they're going to have that again this year. And, again, Marlisha doing a great job mentioning that complacency was that loss to the Fury last year, up 5-1 at the half and losing to the team formerly known as the Ontario Fury. And after that, the team didn't lose again until overtime in Chihuahua in the semifinals of the playoffs. So hoping that even if there is, a pinprick early on, that it helps to keep things going.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, the MASL had one major event in between our two broadcasts, Jerry, and then we had something as well, combine-wise. The MASL held their player combine at the end of October in Mesquite, just outside Dallas, Texas. It was a 3-day event that ended with a 3-round MASL combine draft for the first time in league history. And then just a couple of weekends back, on November 12th, the Sockers held their annual Combine for Sockers 2 for their developmental club in M2 Arena Soccer. Coming out of the player combine, Jerry, the Sockers had 2 draft picks, picking last, 14th and last in each round. The Sockers took Alberto Serafin with their 14th pick, a midfielder forward, and they took defender Mitchell Garcia with the 28th pick. Now, I've seen other clubs announcing the signing of their first-round draft picks to join their team in training camp. The Sockers were very clear with these players who they drafted. You're joining the deepest organization in the league with the most continuity in the league. So even the thought of being offered a contract in San Diego, you're going to have to stand out in training camp in a way that might be hard to do on a club like this. But I think it's exciting that this format is in place, Jerry. I think it's going to really help some of the lower-class teams in the MASL to find and procure talent. And for the Sockers, I'm kind of glad to be in this position right now of like, hey, rookie, you think you're going to make the team, you better come and be the best we've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to push, it's going to push them. It's going to push this new talent coming in. But absolutely, I think I've seen it as well with some of the signings that, the teams are actually really excited about some of the players that were found in the combine. And so, we didn't know how this was going to go. And I think it was, from what I can see outwardly, it was successful. There was obviously, I think there's still a learning curve there for how things go within the league. Like I wish they would have made it maybe a little bit easier to access. I think the streaming of some of the games wasn't like the greatest, but we're getting there, and that's a step forward. We didn't have this last season, so I'd love to see, young blood coming into the league, and we see that there's some youth there that actually cares and is starting to see the league as a, even if it's not, I'm going to be here forever. It's a good, jumping off point for a career for somebody to get their foot in the door and to show up and show off and maybe make a career out of this, and so it's good to see that. Like you said, for both Garcia and for Serafin on our end, I think they have their work cut out for them. We'll see how they do.
All right, last thing in our up top news segment before we get to our special guests coming up, and it's a related story. Jerry, the league announced that they are working with a new streaming platform out of Mexico called Canela, specifically Canela.tv. And this will be the home for Spanish language broadcasts for all of the major Arena Soccer League over the course of the season. A select schedule that will be broadcast by Canela, that will be produced by Canela, and will also be available on an alternate channel on the major Arena Soccer League Twitch channels, right, which is at MASL Soccer, MASL Soccer 2, 3, 4. So you'll have that simulcastability on Twitch, but it'll also be airing on Canela.tv. And one thing I thought was interesting about that, Jerry, when I was just looking up and researching Canela a little bit, I'd say we love Twitch, our home here for Soccer's Overtime, for our San Diego Soccer's channel, and for every major Arena Soccer League game. I think we saw how the interactivity of Twitch really helped aid the league at the end of last season and into the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. I think the one thing about Twitch is that it's not currently available on some streaming platforms, and I'm really thinking about Roku here, which is, I think, the most common thing people use to stream off of a smart television. However, Canela is available on Roku. It's available on Roku. It's available on Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire TV, and more. So perhaps just always good, platform by platform. The more opportunities you have to expose people to the sport of professional indoor soccer, I think the better things are. And I'm really happy that the league is taking this step.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love it. I think, the more places that people have access to the content, the better. And now in Spanish and having it be a league-wide Spanish language broadcast deal, I think that's huge. It's huge for the league. I think it's going to get a lot of eyes. And, we absolutely need it, especially with Monterrey coming in. We have Chihuahua now and possibly some more, you never know, some more Mexican teams coming into the league eventually, I would hope. Maybe that's just me wanting to travel to Mexico. But, I think I love it. And with Canela TV, it's a new thing. When I first heard it, I was like, Canelo? The boxer? No, Canela. Canela.tv. So, yeah, go and check it out. And, we're really excited to see what comes out of that, too.
Amazing, Jerry. Still looking forward to traveling to Mexico.
I really do want to go. I was just there for for a month.
For two whole weeks, man. Like, you basically spent all of November in Mexico.
I love Mexico. Mexico's awesome.
Mexico is pretty awesome. I have to agree with that. Okay, those are the news. Those are the news from the MASL. Right now, Jerry, I'm so excited to welcome on our special guests on tonight's episode of Soccer's Overtime. We talked about Canela.tv, but the San Diego Sockers are producing their own set of 4 Spanish-language broadcasts during the regular season, which will stream on Canela, but will be created by us. Plus, we are going to have Spanish-language coverage from the arena of every Sockers home playoff game, hopefully all the way through the Ron Newman Cup finals. The men who will be on the microphone for us are joining us now on Soccer's Overtime from the very popular Two Balls and a Mic podcast, some of the great soccer journalists here in San Diego, California. It's Tony and Chiva from Two Balls and a Mic. Gentlemen, there's Chiva, there's Tony. Welcome to Soccer's Overtime, guys.
Hey, you guys might need to mute it. I hear an echo right off the bat. There it is. I think it's gone.
Can you hear us now?
Yes. Yeah, there it is.
All right, perfect.
Yay. Is it working, everybody? Let us know in the comments. I think this is good. Testing, Tony, test.
Let's see.
Yeah, you're good.
How does that sound?
Yes. There you go. Oh,
Okay,
I
cool.
still hear myself. There's a little bit of an echo there with me, but.
Ooh. All right.
All right,
so the guys that
guys.
produce a
Well,
podcast can't figure out the podcast.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, guys, I want to say thanks, first of all. You guys had me on your show last night on Two Balls and a Mic, where I managed to scoop myself and introduce you guys as the Spanish-language broadcasters for the San Diego Sockers. But now you've had a day to ruminate on it. So what are your thoughts on joining the club and having the opportunity to provide bilingual commentary for Sockers fans, not only here in San Diego, but throughout the country?
Honestly, it's very exciting. I went home last night and I just sat down and I thought about it. I said, "Wait, you know what? This is a job. Like, this is for reals." And it's such an honor that you guys are trusting in us to do this. And I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more happy to represent the Sockers. And I mean, we gone to games and I've been playing indoor lately. I've played indoor my whole life as well. Tony has too. And it's just super exciting. And yeah, man, like not just San Diego. It's going to be across the whole country, Tony.
Yeah, no, and we're international, right? Like we again are very thankful for this opportunity. Like indoor soccer is my sport, right? Like I love the sport of soccer, but I grew up playing indoor soccer in Tijuana and Furati and Fogol back in the day, and so those walled just environments are just cozy for me. Like there's nothing like a good rug burn, I'll tell you guys. But this is one thing that we are really looking forward to. Just getting to know the players even just a little bit more in depth, and this little journey that we've taken has grown into the point where we are entrusted with with this job and task, and so we are, taking it as seriously as we possibly can, and we want to make sure that we represent well, despite our lack of audio proficiency right now, apparently.
Well, you guys sound spectacular.
Yeah, you sound great. It's just a little bit of an echo, but I'm sure that has something to do with the roadcaster itself. I work on that too. I'm telling you that I was saying it at the beginning of this. It's a thing where you learn. You'll figure it out. But no, it sounds really good, and the echo's a little like just soft in the background, so it's not too bad. I don't think.
Are you
That's
sure
why
you're
the
not in a
topic,
cave, Jerry? You got a Pirates flag behind you.
No, I definitely am in. I'm still in Mexico. They kidnapped me, and I'm over here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. This is just like the only thing that I had. I'm probably gonna do what Craig did and just hang up my awesome blanket behind me, just the opposite side. That's what I should do,
Yes.
Craig. Genius.
I like that.
This is how you
And then
mark
we just
it.
have to always plan, like, which one is K and which one is Crest. I like this.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, if you have any questions for Tony and Chiva, the folks who are watching live on Twitch, and you want to leave them in the chat, we will absolutely be happy to pass those questions along. Your schedule, gentlemen, and for everyone listening, our schedule, the home opener, December 11th, will be our first simulcast broadcast. Then back on January 29th, when Chihuahua comes to town, followed by March 17th, when Monterrey comes to town. Only makes sense when the Mexican teams come in that we do a Spanish language broadcast for the Mexican fans that are watching. Lastly, the Fan Appreciation Night, the regular season finale on April 2nd against the Tacoma Stars. And then, as we mentioned, guys, every playoff round, quarterfinals, semifinals, Ron Newman Cup finals, the Sockers intend to be in each one of those rounds, which means we intend to have you there alongside. You guys cover the pro soccer scene. We see you. You're credentialed at Loyal. You're credentialed at Wave. You've been following NWSL, USL Championship, even Albion. Seeing how pro soccer has grown in this city from humble beginnings to where it is right now, probably at its all-time high. I'll ask each of you, where do you see the Sockers fitting into the ecosystem of COCCER soccer in San Diego?
Well, they're the champions for a reason, right? I see the Sockers just keep growing and eventually, like, just taking over the scene. I mean, indoor soccer is not for everyone, but at the same time, it can be for everyone. It just because you don't feel comfortable or you don't think it's the same as outdoor soccer, it's not that. It's literally, if not better, it's more fast-paced, it's more entertaining. There's a lot more goals. There's a lot more, like, trick plays that you just go, wow. So I see it taking over, and I mean, if you're from San Diego and you like sports, this is a championship team. You can't really say that about other teams here in San Diego right now.
I think the accessibility to the sport is what's great, right? Like now we're in a town where soccer fever is running higher than ever, right? And so one of the things that we love about the Sockers is that they've been there. They're OGs, right? Like, even conversation about having photo shoots that are tasteful in certain parts of the city. Like I feel that the San Diego Sockers have earned that right to do those things and to be able to, be the compadres that they are, man. Like they're incredibly important part of the city here in the fabric and have always been there. And it's a little bit sad that they get overlooked, but the thing is they are successful for a reason, and they've been able to maintain a fan base. They've been able to maintain a level that it could have been very easy for the Sockers to just put up their arms and say, you know what, it's just not worth it, and go a different direction. But they're here and they are actively part of the fabric of what soccer really is, and it's fundamental. Like my favorite thing is like Landon Donovan. As much as I love whatever the guy, like he couldn't cut it in indoor soccer. I'm sorry, I could say that's my sport. I can take him on. Like I'm pretty sure he missed a couple like out of 5 shootouts, I stopped 4. Wow. And one is just very lucky from Landon, and that's how I feel.
Very, very strong words there.
Very, very strong. Jerry?
So one thing that Chiva just mentioned is the sport is fast paced. So are you guys looking forward to that? Are you worried about it? How are you feeling having to call a game? Because you've called games before, but it's been outdoor. It hasn't really been indoor. Are you guys doing anything to prep up for that, or like how are you feeling about that? Because, I mean, in the moment, you're talking about an outdoor game. Maybe 20 minutes go by and two things happened. 20 minutes into an indoor game, it's nonstop. You guys have to be on it. And I'm not trying to scare you guys or like, I know you guys know this and have thought about this already. And you took it on very, with that knowledge in your head. Like, does that make you guys excited, worried? Is there something that you guys are prepping for? Like, what's the feeling on that?
That's a great question. And it's the first thing we told to each other when we found out about this. We said, dude, this is indoor. It's super fast. We're going to have to be on it. And we've been going back and watching games and kind of doing our own commentary over it and just kind of practicing. And our last game that we did for the UPSL, we did in Spanish as well, threw in Spanish just to kind of practice that again. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like in 20 minutes, like 100 things can happen in indoor soccer. So we have kept that in mind. We're trying to polish it up and just keep practicing at least as many times as we can before the opening game. And I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Adjectives and verbs. In Spanish, that's la triangulación del juego, cómo se mueve en transición, los cambios garantizados, o sea, cosas, el verbaje en español, pero específicamente del fútbol rápido. That's what, I kind of have to brush up on. I'm like, okay, I need to remember what this is called, and I'm going to just study. And I actually even reached out to Craig and said, hey, Craig, rule books. Like, I know this isn't street indoor soccer. Like there's a reason this is a professional elite level. Even though from my view and experience, some of the referees might not be at that same level. But in any case, we have even put mute on some of the games that we watched. And so kind of exactly just doing mental gymnastics and just doing exercises in that way as far as how we want that flow to be. We want it to be genuine. We want it to be who we are. We are going to grow. So that's something that we're very much looking forward to. But in general, just to be able to do it in both languages too for Soccers too is special. And to put that experience under our belts is going to be, just invaluable moving forward for us as Two Balls and a Mic.
Yeah, we definitely want it to be fun, right? We want people to come in and say, wow, I like this too, guys. I feel at home watching them. I relate to how they're talking, how they're saying things. So we want that, incorporate that as well. So
Somos
well,
cuates.
you guys have the chemistry already, and you know each other. You've done over 140 podcasts together with Two Balls. You've done so many interviews, out in the field. You've got that part of this on lock. And, of course, I'll be happy to be, Papa Bird and get you guys under my wing, go get some worms to feed you. We'll take care of you like that. But I'll just say this one thing right here, even on the show. Never forget, it's a visual medium. There's always going to be a tendency when you're stepping into a sport that is fútbol rápido that you're going to feel that you have to be muy rápido and that you have to be calling every pass and every touch and every bobble and every bounce. And you don't, because the fans will be able to see what you see. And as a sportscaster, I once heard very famously that if you are doing radio play-by-play, you are painting a picture for the audience. If you are doing television play-by-play, you are writing captions on a picture that someone else can already see. And that's a great way to think about it. You're adding captions to the visuals that the fans experience with you, as opposed to having to tell them every single thing that's happening that they cannot see. So just keep that in mind. Less is more is always a great way to go, especially early on.
And watch the Chihuahua guys, too. Those guys are masters. Like, oh, my gosh. But you might have to, slow it down because they are so fast. But they're good, too. Just a little thing in there. But that was good, Craig. I like that.
Well, we've got a couple of questions here. Yeah, and one of them from our great friend Suzanne, S Barber 55. She actually has a piece of advice for you guys too. She says calling the game fairly is important, not openly favoring your team. Craig is great at that. Well, thank you for that, Suzanne. But we agree, actually. Here at Soccer's, we're about championship or bust. We're about authenticity and honesty. So, one of the things we appreciate about you guys is that you are soccer journalists. You've put the Loyal in their place when they've needed it, or the Wave. And if the team is not performing well on the field, they're not performing well on the field. And, the good thing that you'll have the opportunity to do is to be around the team more and get to know the players as well, so that you have that opportunity then at some point to feel like you do have that ability to inject your commentary in that way.
No, absolutely. And I mean, that's kind of what we pride ourselves on. Like, we're not just going to talk positively on the team that we're supporting, right? We're going to be fair. If they're not playing great, we're going to call that out, and we're going to give our advice, our thoughts on how maybe they could fix it. Obviously, we're not professional coaches. The coach is going to be the one making those changes. But we can only give our 2 cents.
And San Diego Sockers have the best of the best. Oh, see, there I am doing it. Sorry, I'm already
You're gonna have to work on that.
Praising the team a little too much. No, but it's being critical and when needed to be, because obviously some it's a long season. It's a very long season, and sometimes tiny little mistakes can be blown out of proportion at that moment. But it's being able to just take that step back and be honest, because again, we want to be as real as it gets. We come from growing up and really enjoying commentary for, say, like Mexico, from like voices like Martinoli from TV Azteca, who it's a little unorthodox, where they're a little bit they're transparent with their thoughts, but it's all boxed in and scaffolded in a way where it comes from a place of love, but at the same time it's a very real, what is he doing? Like, what do you mean you back past it and there was nobody in goal? Like, what was the thinking there? Come on, man. But yeah, so that's kind of what we want to welcome. It's a very, very open type of environment we want to go ahead and create.
Love it.
Well, we had one other question from Procrastinating Puma, but he says it's actually more directed at Jerry and I. But for Two Balls, do you think this job will bring the Two Balls podcast the media credentials that it has long deserved on the road to World Cup 2026, guys? Can we be one small cobblestone that you can tread on your way?
I think that in the history and the story, when this chapter book of Two Balls and a Mic eventually closes, because every good thing must come to an end at some point, it's almost like a Hall of Fame requirements, right? Can you tell the story of Two Balls and a Mic without San Diego Sockers? But we hope that when you tell a story of the San Diego Sockers, you can't tell it without Two Balls and a Mic.
Hey. Love that. Oh, my goodness.
Incredible, guys. Well, listen, hey, before we let you go. I know, that was so good. Let's talk about the last thing that we need to talk about. And it's not the World Cup. The World Cup's happening. Everyone's talking about the World Cup. Go subscribe to it. Listen to Two Balls and a Mic. They talked about all the games. Although Mexico, Poland, you weren't too psyched about that.
It's the worst result.
Let's just say Ochoa is world class.
Ochoa is world class.
I don't think he
Everyone
could have
else?
like Boris Pardo can, though. Again, see,
There
too
you go,
positive.
there
Too
you go,
positive.
dude.
Jeez, I mean, shout out.
Amazing. Okay, media game, guys. January 8th is our Hispanic Heritage Night. Jerry and I are about to zip through the promotional schedule after we let you go here on the show. But I think January 8th is one of the nights we're the most excited for, because we're debuting the Soccer's third kit that night. And it will be the media game, and we have already discussed internally, we'll say it here publicly, this year's media game theme will be U.S. versus Mexico, in honor of the World Cup and in honor of doing this on Hispanic Heritage Night. So, we are going to be reaching south of the border to get some great Tijuana journalists, sports journalists, to come across and to play in the game. Now, you guys are veterans of the media game, including Tony famously's one-handed diving save of Shannon McMillan last year in the media game.
Facts.
USA, Mexico, Team USA, right? We got both you guys on Team USA, right?
Absolutely not. Chiva has already decided that he's going to raise his hand and
So here's the thing. here's the thing. We have to be on different teams because we are very competitive against each other, and like we cannot play in the same team. There's no chance that he will ever be part of USA anything. So with that in mind, I'm willing to take the USA to victory.
Well, don't say that. I love 4th of July. I love the San Diego County
Soccer
Fair,
wise.
and I love
Soccer
fireworks.
wise.
I mean, there's a lot that I love about this
then-
great country.
Then you
and
can be USA, Team
and the
USA.
great freedoms
I'll be
that we
Team
get.
Mexico.
There is one also person that hopefully is your teammate, and this is one Steve Garcia from Three Punks Ale, who we've had our back and forth more back because he wasn't actually there to give me a fourth in person. So if that's at all possible and he wants to go ahead and bring the smoke, I mean let's go. He's been awful, confident that he can get one past me. So Shannon, a literal World Cup winner, couldn't. So we'll see about that.
Now we're calling people out here.
I'm
then-
glad
then
you
love
called
you-
out
love you,
Steve
Steve.
Garcia, though. Like, Steve deserves it. Let's go, Steve. Let's get you back out on the floor. Let's see if you can actually put one behind the great Tony Sanchez, arguably the greatest media game goalkeeper in the history of media games. Now, I say arguably because literally anyone could make an argument for someone else, and I'd listen, but would they have the video of Shannon McMillan? I mean, I think from a video standpoint, Tony, you've got it.
That clean sheet, then maybe. But he didn't keep a clean sheet.
That's unfair. That's unfair.
So,
Jake from CBS, I believe, is I don't know what he's doing reporting on sports. This man needs to be out there on Soccer's 2 at least.
He wasn't that good, Tony. He wasn't that good.
no, yeah. All I'm saying, that last media game, that was a different Chiva as well. There's a very different Chiva a year later, so be on the lookout. I'm coming
You're
after
not
you,
kidding,
Tony.
man.
Like the $6 million Chiva.
Absolutely.
They can rebuild him. Well, guys, listen, we're going to let you run. We're so excited to have you with us again. Just repeating, Spanish language broadcasts starting with our home opener, December 11th, continuing with the Chihuahua game, the Monterrey game, the home closer in the regular season, and then every playoff round. Who knows what Canela maybe adds to the mix. Maybe you guys get a chance to do even more along the way, but we are thrilled to have you as a part of our team, and we look forward not only to your announcing, but all the coverage that you can provide on Two Balls and a Mic and anything Spanish language that you can do talking to our great players.
No, definitely. That's something that we're going to go ahead and have. A lot of content, a lot of crossovers. San Diego Soccer's forever San Diego, man. That's just what I love about it. Thank you for everything, Craig and Jerry. You guys are the best.
Appreciate it, guys.
That's Tony. Over there on the left is Chiva. There he is. There's Chiva. Our guys, Two Balls and a Mic, but our new Spanish language broadcast team for 2022-2023. Gentlemen, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you at the arena.
Oh.
Sorry, you guys were muted. Go ahead. Oh, no, look, they just kicked out. They
Now
just
they're
went,
gone.
boop. We're
That's
out.
it. Gone.
It's fine. The audio was like, sorry, guys. There was something there. I kept trying to, I had to mute them because the echo was getting bad. But we'll figure it out next time. I'm so excited, Craig. I am so excited to have these guys be a part of what we're doing here with the Soccers. I think they're the perfect choice. I don't think there was anybody else that is going to, bring what these guys bring, the authenticity and the true love for indoor that Tony kind of grew up with, and just their knowledge of the sport in general. I think they are like the perfect two guys to do this. So I'm excited, and hopefully, like you said, we have the 4 games for sure, but hopefully we get to see more and more. And I'm excited to also create some content with them in Spanish as well for our social media channels and things like that. So just excited, and welcome, guys. Very happy to have you guys.
I think the thing I enjoy the most about my job is the opportunity to hire. To be very honest, it's the opportunity to bring people in to under our organization's umbrella that I believe in, and people that I think can help positively contribute to this club, and I think we've done it, through the years, whether it's a Nate Abrea, and Melissa May, yourself, of course, Justice Parman, handling our video work and just doing absolutely incredible job. TVX Video just getting better and stronger every year as our video production team for our match day broadcasts. And now adding Tony and Chiva to the mix. Just couldn't be more thrilled to be having this level of reach out, to be going bilingual in 2022-23. Really, really psyched about this. All right.
One thing
Let's,
that I'm concerned about is he going to go under the name Chiva, or is he going to be Alejandro on the broadcast? We're going to find out. We'll find out. All these questions and more answered this season in San Diego Soccer's. We do have a question from Puma. Do you want to hit this one real quick?
Absolutely. Yeah,
So-
procrastinating Puma. Listen to me. Procrastinating Puma. Peppa Pig over here. Question about the new arena. Will the Sockers be working with NCTD for game day sprinter service when they move up to Front Wave? Well, this is a tremendous question.
Great question.
Procrastinating Puma. And I'm not procrastinating when I answer this, okay? When I say the Sockers are working actively within city and county to find every public transit option that we can to facilitate getting people to Front Wave Arena in Oceanside. And whether that is specifically NCTD and the Sprinter, I don't have something official that I can say, yes, right now this will be that. Stay tuned, right? We're a good year plus from the opening of Front Wave Arena. We're probably 13, 14 months from the opening of Front Wave Arena. So stay tuned. As we get closer, we hope to have lots of exciting announcements along these lines because, trust me, as a La Mesa resident, I recognize the distance to Oceanside, California. In fact, our offices are in San Marcos, and I recognize the distance to San Marcos, California from La Mesa. So believe me, I get it. We understand. Another great thing, by the way, of course, and it's just something to kind of file on the back of your mind, not to in any way blunt Puma's question about public transit, but we are going to have the opportunity to set our dates in the new arena. And that means you won't be dealing with as many of like, oh my God, it's a Friday night and we're in the middle of the Friday the Friday rush hour and everybody leaving the county at once. And it's going to take me an hour and a half to get to Oceanside and there's no way to do it. Well, when traffic isn't as bad, it's a Saturday. On a Saturday, traffic isn't as bad as it is on a Friday night. So we should have a lot more Saturdays on our schedule when we get to the new arena. And hopefully that'll help a little bit. But 100% Puma, we're looking for every partnership we can to get people in an easy and an eco-friendly way to Front Wave Arena. Free parking at the arena, asks Sidekicks fan. For you, my friend, yes. If you drive from Allen, Texas, I will personally pay for your parking. For everyone else, soccer's got to make money, man. Arena doesn't build itself. They didn't just put a seed in the ground and pour water on it. So parking will be affordable.
Too. It's looking good too. By the way,
bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's looking great. Like there's concrete, there's bricks that have been laid. No, it's looking very good. So excited to talk more about that next season. But for this season, guys, don't get ahead of yourselves. All right, we'll talk about the free parking situation with Sidekicks fan if he remembers in a season or two.
I'll give him lots of credit if I get a ping. I get a ping on Instagram. Hey, you owe me a parking. Yeah. Right. Incredible stuff. Let's talk a little bit about the promotional schedule, Jerry. I know we teased it just a little bit on our first episode, but nothing had been officially released at this point. We have officially released the promotional schedule, and let's kind of buzz through a couple things real quick. Starting with opening night, December 11th. Of course, we're going to have the ring ceremony pregame. I want to make this note right here. The MASL has issued an edict from on high, and I think it's a good thing. But it has to do with Twitch and with the algorithms that power Twitch and drive viewers to Twitch channels. Every MASL game this year must kick off at 6 minutes after the hour. whether that's 5:06, 7:06, or even on a 7:30 game, 7:36, right? But 6 minutes after the hour. So the pregame ceremony, the ring ceremony, the banner drop ceremony will take place before kickoff. Last year, kickoff was extended, and we didn't kick off till 5:20 on our first game. We will kick off at 5:06. So if you're a Sockers fan coming to the home opener, get there early because the ring ceremony will get started around 4:45 on opening day. But you'll be getting two things when you come on the 11th. You'll be receiving a mini replica banner of the very same banner that we will hang to honor the 2021-22 MASL champions, and you'll get a schedule magnet on the way out to remind you of all the rest of the Sockers home games the rest of the season so that you can plan your calendar out and make sure to get the family out to all of our games. So that is happening on December 11th, Jerry. Home opener, come early.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a party anyway, so you want to get there early, right, Craig? Like, we're going to have all sorts of things going on that day, so come say hi. I want to walk around and say hi to all of you, so please make sure you're there early and be ready and watch our 16th banner be unveiled at the Grand Ole Arena and get some goodies, and it's watch us hopefully beat the Strikers for the first time at home. This brand new team.
December 18th, our second game against Mesquite. And I'm excited about this, Jerry, as we've done this before, but we're bringing it back. We're bringing back the sock toss on December 18th, and it works like this. We're going to ask all of our fans heading into the holiday, right, the Sunday 1 week before Christmas. It's the coldest time of the year. It's the shortest days, the longest nights. Here in San Diego, we have a serious homeless problem. There's no getting around it. There's no skirting it. There's a serious homeless problem on the streets of San Diego. And one of the things when you go to homeless shelters, when you talk to folks in outreach, and you say, what can we do? What can we give? What is needed? One of the things that we hear more than anything else, Jerry, it's socks and underwear. Believe it or not, it's the simplest things. It's the smallest things that can really matter the most. So the Sockers are going to help take care of our local homeless community, thanks to our fans, on December 18th. We ask that everyone come with a new pair of socks or underwear and bring that with you to Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Everyone who brings a pair of socks to the match on December 18th will receive a pair of brand new San Diego Sockers logo socks. So bring a pair, get a brand new pair that you couldn't get anywhere else. And then here's the fun part. When the Sockers score their first goal against Mesquite that night, December 18th, everyone will throw their socks and their chonies out onto the floor. Not the ones you're wearing.
Brand new.
Yeah,
brand
the brand new fresh ones that you purchased, not the ones you wore. We'll gather it all up. The soccer squad will gather it all up. Everything gets washed up, of course, and then it all gets donated to local homeless shelters. So really cool. It's something that can help you both not only feel good about yourself, but then you get a great present on the way home, a great stocking stuffer of stockings, and you get the visceral fun of throwing something out on the field and not getting kicked out of the arena for it. So that's all happening on Sock Toss night.
That's great, too, and that's a good pointer that you put out there. That's a good stocking stuffer. A few days before Christmas. There you go. That's awesome.
And Marlisha asks, if you bring a new pair of undies, do you get Sockers undies? If you bring a new pair of undies, you still get socks.
You still get socks.
You still get socks. Nice try, though, Marlisha. I like that. I like that a lot. January 8th, we talked about it. Hispanic Heritage Night, media game, and the first opportunity that you will have to see and to purchase the Sockers' third kit, our cross-border kit, our Transfronteriza kit. We cannot wait for you to get a chance to see this. It won't be too much longer now, Jerry. Just a little bit over a month, I think, before we roll that out on our social channels.
Yeah, no, it's this night right here. Circle it. I mean, all of these should be circled, but this one specifically, make sure you are there. It's going to be one heck of a party. If you specifically cannot make it to the 11th and the 18th, make sure, I would say, that you be there for this specific game. It's going to be your first chance to get that third kit. I promise you're going to love it. you don't love it, you're wrong. Make sure that you're there.
You're wrong.
On
If
January
you don't love it, you're wrong.
That's how confident I am that you're going to enjoy it. But yeah, no, make sure you're there. And also, I mean, it's a great game against Dallas. Sidekicks fan, are you coming to that one? You should circle that one. Make sure you're making that trip out here. It's a Sunday, so you make a weekend out of it. You know, come out and visit us.
Absolutely. And what's happening on January 15th, Jerry, other than Eric Bergrud making a promised appearance here in San Diego, California? What do we got going on that night?
We have, I don't know, what do we have? It says, oh, look at that. It's a calendar. It's a pet calendar giveaway. That's right. I'm
That
sure
is
you've
right.
seen the Padres do this, but this one's going to be extra special because it is the Sockers, the San Diego Sockers. Is this the first time that the Sockers have done a pet calendar giveaway, or is
It is. It's the first time ever.
first
So it's
ever? I
Animal
knew it.
Friends Night. Animal Friends Night. We'll have an adoption event right there at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. So a chance for you maybe to bring home a new friend yourself, but also a Sockers and their pets, Sockers pet calendar giveaway, January 15th. Cannot wait for that one.
Definitely
Sunday,
not bringing
January
the wife.
29th.
Sorry, definitely not bringing the
No,
wife to
no,
that one
no.
because we will definitely come home with a pet.
Yeah, your house is a little. You're already full up, man. You can't. You
I
can't
know,
get
we
someone
can't.
else in there.
Can't do it.
New fur baby. Can't have a new fur baby yet. But we hope a lot of you will be inspired to do so at our adoption event on the 15th. Rounding out the month of January, January 29th, Chihuahua in town. Tony and Chiva's second broadcast. That's a classic. This is one we do every year. Team poster and autograph night. So everyone coming into the arena will get a Sockers 2022-23 team poster, and then we will open up the floor for post-match autographs where you can come on down, talk to your Sockers face-to-face, get your poster autographed, take a picture. That is happening on Sunday, January 29th. Turning right around to Friday, February 3rd, that is Star Wars night. Mesquite Outlaws will be in town for the second time. 7:35 start on a Friday night, and it's a special new soccer Star Wars jersey to be unveiled much closer to kickoff. But also we'll have those game-worn jerseys up for auction to benefit charity. And, Jerry, first time we're ever doing this, we will have glow-in-the-dark, light-up lightsaber thunder sticks to be given away. So you can not only bring the noise, but you can do so Star Wars style on Star Wars night, Friday, February 3rd.
Love it. Can I bring my actual lightsaber? Will they let me in? Security?
You can.
Okay.
You can because you've got a pass.
Okay. Well, we got to get
Everyone
that out
else,
there. Sorry, guys. You're going to get some
could be
lightsaber
wrong.
thunder stick stuff.
Yeah, you'll get lightsaber thunder sticks. That's amazing. Then the Sockers are pretty much on the road the entire month of February. We talked about the schedule breakdown in episode 1 of Sockers Overtime. Check it out if you missed it. Saturday, March 4th, Saturday, March 4th, we come back, our only scheduled Saturday night of the year, and this will be Alumni Night, Jerry. Can't wait for this. The annual Alumni Night, halftime alumni game. It's the 40th anniversary of the 1982-83 champions of the MISL. The MISL, that Sockers franchise hopscotched back and forth between the NASL and the MISL in the early years. So I had to think about that for just a second. And it'll also be a $4 Bud Light Saturday night at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. So all of that happening on Saturday, March 4th. Lots of the games in the month of March. We are on St. Patrick's Day. We are playing on Friday, March 17th against the Monterey Flash on St. Patty's Day. And check this out. Not only will it be $4 Bud Lights, Jerry, not only will the Sockers, for the first time ever, play in specialized St. Patrick's Day jerseys. Game-worn jerseys will then be auctioned after the game. But we will see if you have a little bit of a rub of the luck of the Irish, because we will be giving away prize scratchers at the door where you could get, grand prizes like Big Time Soccer's merchandise, like a jersey, or maybe even season tickets to the next year, all the way down to maybe merchandise discounts at the merch store. But everyone will get a scratcher coming in and a chance to test their luck on March 17th. And I mean, what better day to do so than March 17th?
No, that's awesome. And by the way, those kits are going to be awesome. We are working on those, and I can tell you that that's another one you're not going to want to miss. Definitely going to want to be a part of that jersey auction. But I mean, you can't beat that $4 Bud Lights. You know, two home games in a row, and then you still get that scratcher. You got to be there.
Got to be there. That Sunday, same weekend, we've got a Friday, Sunday 2-match home weekend. Empire Strikers will be back in town, and the spotlight will be on Los Brujos de 78, our official supporters group, on Supporters Night. They always bring the noise game after game. You'll be able to help their cause on March 19th when you get a brand new Soccer's cowbell to ring in the ears of Uzi Tayu over and over and over and over and over again.
Love it. Love that.
Just Uzi. You can leave the Stinger distance Stinson alone.
Just Uzi. I'm sure he's going to love hearing this. Like, oh,
all with love, King Tapcham. Friday, March 24th, Empire is right back in town. It is Military Appreciation Night. The Sockers will have a military specialized jersey, so actually we'll be in a different kit 3 out of 4 games during this mini homestand. But also one of our biggest giveaways of the whole year, Jerry, for that 7:35 kickoff, a military style or military style. What does that mean? More of a camo style scarf. Giveaway, Soccer's scarf, a lovely summer scarf that we'll be giving away at the start of spring there. Always a scarf giveaway, one of the most popular giveaways of the year. That will be Friday, March 24th against Empire. You're working on that design too?
Yeah, no, it's done, and it's beautiful, and you're going to want it. I promise you. So, yeah, this is going to be another one too, and the kits are going to be beautiful as well, but you're going to want to come out on that one and definitely, help us salute our troops and thank them and appreciate them for that night. Plus another a chance to beat the Strikers. You can't beat that either. So hope you join us.
We wrap things up with our final home weekend of the regular season, and it begins with our only midweek game of the year, Jerry. Just like last year, we've got a Thursday night game on the last weekend of the year, and it just so happens to be Thursday, March 30th. The Milwaukee Wave coming in town. Now, people who know already know, but if you don't know, March 30th will be a very popular day in San Diego because that is also the San Diego Padres home opener that afternoon at Petco Park. I think it's a 1 o'clock game at Petco Park that afternoon. So we're calling March 30th double play night, and we're pulling out all the stops once again. You might remember an opening night last year when the scheduled opening night was canceled by the 1 week lockout situation. So it'll be discount tickets on March 30th for double play night, free parking for the only game of the year on double play night, and stay tuned for even more enticements for Padres fans to make their way from the Gaslamp Quarter over to the Midway District and to take in a Sockers game that evening. That's double play night on Thursday, March 30th. Oh, Puma says double feature night would have been a better name in your opinion. It's a play on baseball, Puma. Double play. 643.
I think he got that. Come on, man.
Okay.
Get it? Double play night.
Come on, man.
Get it?
I had to get right up in my little circle there. Come on, man. And then we wrap things up. We wrap things up with Fan Appreciation Night. That is Sunday, April 2nd against Tacoma. Tacoma's only trip of the year.
Yeah.
5 o'clock kickoff. And that'll be a Sockers T-shirt giveaway along with a $4 Bud Light Sunday evening. So, and we always have lots of special giveaways on Fan Appreciation Night. So, can't wait. Procrastinating Puma responds, oh, so it's Eric Hosmer night.
Love it.
He's a Red Sox now. We don't have to worry about him anymore. He's gone.
Oh, man.
4-6-3. Yeah, the Eric Hosmer night. Ground ball to second base. So there it is, our promotional schedule for 2022-23. What's your favorite of the group, Jerry?
Oh, man. So all of them are great. And I don't think we talked about Another night I don't see it in here. Oh wait, alumni night. We didn't talk about it.
There
Bobblehead.
it is. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
We did.
Oh, that's true.
No.
Because it's not to everybody. That's
Because
the
it's
thing.
not to everybody, but we should mention that.
You're absolutely right. So, for the first time, the Sockers are going to do a plus ticket situation. So, if you're a Padres fan, you understand this. Like, for example, when they had Filipino Heritage Night at Petco Park this year, you could buy a special ticket. And with that special ticket, in addition to getting into the game, you would get the unique merchandise experience that was only available at that game. You know, a special hat, for example. So that will be the circumstance on Saturday, March 4th, when for the first time ever, we will have a Julie V bobblehead. A Julie V bobblehead, arms raised in a V, and for a special ticket, a plus ticket, you will have the opportunity to go home with a Julie V bobblehead. Will Julie be there that night? Can you get an autograph from him that night? Well, I mean, I sure hope so. Knock wood.
Yeah.
Between here and March, everything will be copacetic and groovy, and Julie V will be there. So, yeah, you're absolutely right, Jerry. Julie V bobblehead plus ticket. That is on Saturday, March 4th for Alumni Night. No better night, than with all the Julie's cohorts out
For
running
sure.
to play.
No, I think honestly, I have my three favorites are gonna be that row right there. So if you're looking at the image right now, if you're listening on audio, sorry, but I'll just say it. January 8th, against Dallas, the third kit reveal is gonna be awesome. The third kit available that day is gonna be great, and I'm really, really excited and really proud of it. So that one, March 4th, as we just mentioned, because of the bobblehead, because of the halftime alumni game, and because of the $4 Bud Lights. But then also, I have to say Milwaukee is a game that I always look forward to. So that game's going to be great. And can beat free parking, can beat discounted tickets. And on a double play night, I mean, you know, those I think are my three. I can't pick one. I just can't, Craig.
That's very fair. We got a great question from Suzanne in the chat asking, do season ticket members get the Julie V bobblehead? Season ticket members will have the opportunity to purchase the Julie V bobblehead at a special discounted price that is significantly less than the cost of the plus ticket. So, and that is the exact same thing the Padres offer to their season ticket members as well. Whenever they do a special ticket type situation, an enhanced ticket, they have that offer, and a season ticket member can kind of get at cost, so to speak, the giveaway. So, or the enhanced item. So that's the plan that we've got for season ticket members. We've always got season ticket members front of mind because you are the people who power what we do. There's absolutely no question about that. All right,
Gotta
let me rip
mention.
through a couple of things.
Just got to
Yeah,
mention
go
real
ahead.
quick, you just heard him. You know, you still have a chance to go and be a season ticket holder, become a season ticket holder, season ticket member with the soccer. So I would go and do it. This is the year. If you've been thinking about it, if you were thinking about it last year, you don't want to think about it this year because there's so many benefits that come with it. Just man, and we have, you know, really, really good pricing on our tickets. Go and take a look at some of the season tickets. If you have questions, please reach out. Also, I'm pretty sure that you will be surprised with, you know, not just our pricing for our tickets, but all the benefits that come with it. And if I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm not, you know, saying something wrong here, Craig. You can correct me. But don't we also have payment plans available?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so there you go. No excuses. No, definitely the best deal in town for sure. So go and check that out. Sorry to interrupt, but I just want to make sure there's still opportunity. Don't think that you've missed out. There's still a chance. Go and make sure that you become a season ticket member.
We specifically would love to see more people sign up in our supporters section, Section 19, the literal cheapest ticket, $156 for the season. That's $13 a match. You don't find a cheaper ticket than that in any supporters section even in town. STSoccers.com. Call 866-799-GOAL. Let's grow Los Brujos. Let's make it the biggest, most intimidating atmosphere in all of the MASL. All right, really quick, a couple of housekeeping notes. The Sockers, for those of you who aren't season ticket members and are purchasing individually, the Sockers have a couple of great sales coming up over the course of the Thanksgiving weekend. On Black Friday, the Sockers will be offering $10 off all reserved seats for the home opener. $10 off all reserved seats for the home opener. What an incredible deal. What a great price. That's Black Friday. That is Thanksgiving weekend starting on Friday. That's how long that deal will go. So make sure you take advantage of that starting on Friday. Then on Monday, Cyber Monday, it'll be a different deal. A buy one, get one free offer for the corner loge section. And I believe those tickets go for $25. So 2 for $25. What an incredible deal for some of the better seats in the house. SDSoccers.com/ticket specials. SDSoccers.com/ticket specials. That's where you can go to read all about all of the various deals, whether it's Julie V. Bobblehead, whether it's St. Patrick's Day, Cyber Monday, Black Friday. You can find it all there on our website, our Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. Next week is going to be an incredibly busy week, Jerry. In addition to, of course, us being back with episode 3 here Tuesday at 5 p.m., Wednesday will be photo day. And, oh, man, we're going to have a long day, brother, because that's what we're shooting so much of the video content that you will see and enjoy over the course of the season, whether it's the hype video, whether it's some of our in-arena entertainment, whether it's some of the stuff you'll see on social media that we want to keep a surprise until we show it to you. It's all happening on Wednesday. I think you and I are just planning on getting, I don't know, maybe a coffee IV for that day and just be ready to go.
Yes, that sounds like a plan. No, I'm super excited for Wednesday, but I'm also, mentally preparing. I think it's going to be a long, long day, but I've said this before and I'll continue to say it for everybody that's still here listening to us. We are working so hard behind the scenes to bring you guys the best. If you thought last season was great, just wait. The season's even better, and we're going to continue to get better and better. That's thanks to you guys and your support. So I'm really excited. Wednesday's going to be a really busy day, but also, it's going to be a busy week just in general.
Yes, it will, because we're talking about that Wednesday the 30th. Friday, December 2nd, is the Soccers Charity Golf Classic, and it'll be taking place once again at Mount Woodson. It'll be a 9 a.m. scramble shotgun start with check-in starting as soon as 7:30, 8 a.m. Usually people show up. We have breakfast. Jerry, John Green does an incredible job in our community department. His golf tournament outreach program puts the Soccers at literally dozens of golf tournaments over the course of the year. And as a result, I get the opportunity to play quite often in a number of charitable tournaments in San Diego over the course of the year. And I can then tell you from personal experience, there isn't another tournament out there that is as loaded and as fun as the San Diego Soccers Charity Golf Classic. There will literally be somebody set up on every hole at Mount Woodson. And I go to a lot of tournaments where there might be 2 hole activations, maybe 4, maybe 6 hole activations over the entirety of a golf course. With us, we are 18 for 18 in terms of activation. I believe 6 different holes offering alcohol, others offering lunch, non-alcoholic drinks, giveaways, contests. It's all happening. John has been soliciting donations for the silent auction and for the raffle at our tournament. And I mean, like, half of our office is filled with stuff. A 65-inch television screen, brand new television, smart TV is one of the great prizes there. But so much from Callaway Golf, a whole new set of clubs, a brand new golf bag, multiple golf bags, like so many things that I see. And I'm just like, I want this. I want all of this. So I'm telling you, this tournament is absolutely loaded. It's $700 for a foursome. SDSoccers.com/golf. There's still time to get a foursome in between now and next Friday. If you've been thinking about it and you've hesitated, jump on in. A great charitable endeavor as well, benefiting Rally for Riley and Friends and Oncology and Kids here, 2 great San Diego charities. So check it out. Soccers Charity Golf Classic, SDSoccers.com/golf. Still time to get your foursome in. Please do so. That's on Friday next weekend, Jerry. Sunday next weekend, Sunday, December 4th, at Calafino, 12 to 3. Season ticket members already know this. They've gotten the email. But I'm telling everyone else who hasn't been there, or hasn't gotten an email because you haven't been a season ticket member, this is going to be the exclusive season ticket member kickoff party, Sunday, December 4th, 12 to 3 p.m. at the Calafino Tequila Sublimit Lounge up in Carlsbad. We'll have free food. We'll have free drink. We'll have players there. The whole team will be there. You'll get the chance if you want to come in, meet and greet, get a picture taken, but even more, if you have, have a conversation with a Craig Childs or a Brian Farber or a Boris Pardo, you have that chance to have, that touch point, that actual connection that you can make with our players. And I've also got to say, Jeremy, this will be the only place, our season ticket member party, Sunday, December 4th at the Calafino Lounge. It will be the only place you can see our third kit before we unveil it to the public after Christmas. We are, in fact, going to tell season ticket members they're not allowed to take a picture to share on social media because we're keeping it under wraps, but it will be, for their eyes only, debuted at the season ticket member kickoff party. So you want to see it? If you're a season ticket member, make sure to RSVP. Write our friend Spencer at S5E2 SISHII at SDSoccers.com and RSVP to clinch your spot. If you're not a season ticket member, SDSoccers.com/tickets. Let's get it on.
Yeah, you want to be there. I'm going to be at all these events. I'm so excited. But like you said, it's going to be a very long week. So really excited to see everybody, though. Should be great, man. It's going to be a good week.
And that's going to put a wrap to this edition.
That's it?
Of Soccer's Overtime. That's it. Look at that. We hit 90 minutes. I mean, like, every time I'm like, oh, we might go a little shorter. But this is a 90-minute show, and we know that. We know that.
Yeah.
We spent like 2 minutes talking about our microphones at the start. Let's be honest. It's like an hour and 28-minute show with a 2-minute audio
it's true.
interregnum.
It's true.
But this one is all done. Want to say special thanks to our guests tonight from Two Balls and a Mic, our new Soccer's Spanish language broadcasters, Tony and Chiva. Thank you so much, guys. Can't wait to have you on the team. Want to say thanks to all of the folks who have been hanging out. It's amazing, Jerry. The audience has just grown and grown over the course of the show from when we started at 5 to now.
Yeah.
Thanks for all of you. Don't forget, if you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button here for free on our Soccer's Twitch page at San Diego Soccer's, and that way you'll get a notification right into your phone every time we go live with future episodes. But we will be back next Tuesday at 5 o'clock with a player guest on the eve of photo day, getting ready as there will be games already on the docket and in the standings. The standings will be underway next week, Jerry. Can't wait for that.
That's crazy. Look, we've been saying, it's just around the corner, and, it's going to go fast. And here we are. It has gone way too fast, but it's good to be back. See you guys next Tuesday. All right? Take care, guys. Be safe. The flu is going around, so be very safe, please, so we can see you all next Tuesday.
Safe. Be careful. You can get a bivalent vaccine as well. Go ahead. Go out there. Guard yourself. Be safe, and we'll see you at the game. For Jerry Jimenez, I'm Craig Elston. Thank you so much for getting to the end of Soccer's Overtime. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on the podcast, don't forget to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Until then, we'll have a great Thanksgiving weekend. Everybody be safe, and go Sockers!
Your San Diego Sockers are going for an MASL 3P. Join us Sunday, December 11th at Pechanga Arena for the home opener against Empire Strikers. Come early for the ring ceremony as we raise a 16th championship banner before the 5 o'clock kickoff. Tickets at Soccers.com.